Everyone, welcome. I'm Shannon. I'm here doing a fun live today featuring the Friends with Flair collection. This collection released, oh gosh, just a week ago, just at the beginning of this week, I should say. It's a really cute collection with some fun shirt and jean jacket dies and stencils. I really love it. There's also pins as well in this collection. Some really cute. Let me grab a card here to show you what I'm talking about. Some cute like pins that you can use to decorate the jean jacket. It's a really fun collection. Lots you can do with it. Today we're going to make some masculine cards. Maybe these could even be stepped up even more with even more darker colors and different shades. You can step these projects up even more. They're great for, I think, Father's Day cards or just even birthday cards that have a more masculine feel. Hello, welcome, friend. I'm going to go ahead and start this live real quick on Instagram before we get going. Give me half a second here. All right, there we go. That should be going on over there. Perfect. Put that away for a second. All right, and I'm going to get this going on my tablet here as well so I can monitor the comments over on Instagram as well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. There we go. Okay, hello. I see you over Instagram. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're going to create 3 cards in this live, again, featuring the Friends with Flair collection. And before I get going, though, I do want to say we have a fun flash sale with this live as well. These cards that not only feature the Friends with Flair collection, they also feature our bold prints or our cling dies. These are our awesome, they're actually my favorite Hero Arts product. They are these incredible 6x6 red rubber cling, great for so many projects, great for journaling, junk journaling, obviously card making, scrapbooking. They're so awesome. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let me put that flash sale up so you guys can keep that in mind while we're creating today's cards. And if you see any cling stamps you want to pick up, because it is a wonderful sale. And like I said, clings are my favorite, so I could never skip out on them. Okay, I'm going to put this different graphic up. Oh, it looks like it's working on Instagram. I hope that you guys can see it. So again, flash sale just for, oh gosh, Rhea, help me. I forgot how long the flash sale is going for. Starting now, and it's 20% off all of our clings, and the code is 20 off cling. And I hopefully Rhea's there in my comments. Oh, there she is. She says, I am well, Linda. Thanks for checking in. Runs the whole weekend. Thank you. So this will sale run starts now and runs the whole weekend. So definitely keep that in mind. Again, clings are my personal favorite product from Hero Arts besides our reactive inks. So I'm super excited about the sale, and I cannot wait to use these clings with this Friends with Flair collection because they do work so well together. All right, let me switch my camera views. Yes, aren't they great for backgrounds, Linda? They are my favorite. So many techniques too. Hello, welcome. All right, let's change our camera. There we go. And let's get started with our projects. So these are the cards we're creating today. These 3 cards, I think they're so fun. Each one of them features a cling stamp. You can see here, this one has, oh, I forgot the name of this one, and I thought I was going to remember it, and it completely left my brain. Let me pull the there is a blog post on all of these cards with the instructions and all the products that I use. So you can definitely check out that resource. It's over on Hero Arts blog. This is the wave pattern bold prints. And I used it for the pocket and the bow tie just to add some pattern and some texture, which I think is such a fun way to incorporate the clings, but also just works so well together. Pop back over here. There we go. And then we have this fun one here. This one is the Seaside Stripe. This was actually one of our clings that were part of our Hero Studio. And this fun card has like a flap that opens. So I thought that was a fun way to use this die. Hello, friends, welcome. And then we have this fun card here. And this card uses the layering stencils, but it also incorporates a cling. This one might be my sneaky favorite because this one has the zigzag. And I'm going to hold up so hopefully you can see. Can you see the texture? I think it creates like the perfect kind of jean texture. I'm obsessed with it. I'm probably going to use it every time I want to create like a jean look. So this zigzag bold prints is so good for this. I love it. I think it could even just retranslate as like fibers for any t-shirt or anything. And this one also uses the stencils in a creative way where I kind of flipped them over. So they have, they do this side of the card base, the right side versus the left, like you see on all of these cards. So a fun way to kind of stretch that look. Yay, Rosie, you're here. I'm so glad to see you, friend. All right. All right. Let's get started. We are actually going to start with the fun one that has a flap on it, this guy here. And the first thing we're going to do, I was going to stamp, but I thought, no, let's make the card base first. Because I want to show you that, how you do that. Because it may not be super intuitive. I had to give it a hard think before I did it myself. So I'm going to grab the jean jacket dies. This is the die set. Comes with that awesome die here, as well as, basically the base for the jean jacket, which can be kind of the back, or with all the additional images like the collar and the pocket, it could be the front as well. Even this, I forgot what this was called. I even looked it up and I forgot, like a platelet. Don't quote me on that. All right, now we've got a card base here that we're going to actually die cut. I've got to figure out where I put it. I move everything around so much and I lose stuff. Okay, we're going to put that stuff down here on my side. All right, I have a card base that I created with the Spellbinders. This is Waterfall cardstock. It's super beautiful. I love this shade. I love all their teals. They have like 4 teals and I'm obsessed with every single one of them. We're going to actually die cut this with that jean jacket base die. I've already scored it, so I know where the middle is. I have it open, and I'm going to place the die a little bit past. So we have this edge right here, the blade. I'm going to go a little bit past the score line and a little bit below the edge of the paper. This is just so we get a seamless cut. Okay, and we're gonna do a simple partial die cutting technique. So let me get this all on camera so you guys can see properly, hopefully. And line it up there, like I said. I will use a couple pieces of tape to hold it in tape to hold it in place. Boy, it's tricky to say. Platelet, thank you. Placket, not platelet. Thank you, Randy. I'm glad somebody knows stuff. It's always during these lives where I realize I don't know what parts of things are called. If I told you all the weird searches I've looked up, like parts of suspenders, parts of shirts, parts of a flower. So I didn't sound like a complete idiot, but then I forget exactly what it is, even after I look it up. Okay, so it's in place, a little bit past the score line, a little bit below the edge of the paper. You can kind of see that here. Now, when we place our top plate on our sandwich, we're just going to make sure we stop short of the left edge about a ½ inch. And if I can, I'll even try to not cut the bottom here if I can get it all on there. Let's grab my die cutting machine, and it's going to be covered in tape. So don't judge me too harshly. I'm going to stop about there. So it's not completely covering the die, because if it completely covers the die, it will cut it all the way out. And I don't want to cut it all the way out, because then I'll just have this shirt, and that's not what, that won't be my front panel. There we go. Whoop. And you can use basically the same technique if it was folded to create actually a shaped card as well, which I have a lot of samples to show you guys, and I'll show you at the end. I have some samples of shaped cards and so many things. It's very festive with all the tape. I like that. I like wording it that way. It's decorated. But I can't let a good piece of tape go to waste, right? We got to save those. We got to save those guys. They got to be used at least 20 times before we throw it away. All right, let's see how we did. I'm going to be kind of gentle here and pull this part out. Kind of run my tweezers along the edge there. There we go. Oh, it couldn't be more perfect. There we go. So this last little bit, I'm going to cut out with my scissors. And I think I can just kind of cut it right down and we're good to go. And then we'll use, I think I'm going to go ahead and fold it so I know where better to cut along here to actually remove it. Grab a. I started trying to do some more just because anytime I receive a card that has a fun, I don't know if this is technically a fun fold, but it kind of is. Whenever I see a card or receive one that has a unique front, it makes me so excited. And so I've been trying to challenge myself here and there with some of my layouts to kind of incorporate a fun, very easy, but slightly different way of doing the front. Either maybe with acetate, kind of what we did in our last live, or almost like a shaped card kind of element. So super easy. You definitely have plenty of space here to write your sentiment and keep it hidden. So fun. I think that is a great way to change the look. And of course, you can even have made this a shaped card. So another fun way to use that jean jacket die, besides just making your focal point, you can actually use it to create your card base. All right, so now that that's done, we are now going to stamp the jacket. We're going to actually, this is a shirt, isn't it, Shannon? This is not a jacket. But that's another fun way to use this jean jacket die, is it doesn't have to just be a jacket. It could totally be a shirt, and there's really so many possibilities. Here I did stripes with the Seaside stripe bold prints or cling, but I could see you do even like a Hawaiian shirt, or you could kind of create almost the look of a polo. There's just so many fun things you could do with this. I think it's such that once I started thinking of all the different shirts, I got really excited. And in fact, I want to make like a polo one next, but I won't have time yet in this live. Since we're using a cling, I'm going to go ahead and remove my foam pad from my Misty. And I apologize, my Misty is also well loved and well used and lots of tape on it. That's because I use it to hold my paper sometimes in place. Oh, I'm so glad you like the ideas. I coming up with stuff, which I know you guys can relate to, gets me so excited, coming up with fun ways to use things. All right, we're going to place that down. Let's see if we can put one more magnet here just for good measure. All right, we probably don't need all of this paper, but this way we'll have plenty to cut from after we've stamped it, cut our different elements for our shirt. So we're going to ink this up in a tone-on-tone look. So I'm going to use Green Hills. And this is where I ink aggressively so things get shaky. So I apologize for that. And we'll probably end up stamping this a couple of times, a few times, probably rather is a better way to say it. Just because this is a fairly solid stamp, and since the stripes are pretty solid. So sometimes it takes a couple more inking and stamping to really get a good coverage. but also the ink does sometimes look a little splotchy at first and then evens out a little bit over time, kind of spreads out and absorbs into those paper fibers, and you'll get a smoother finish. All right, it's looking pretty good. We're going to do it a couple more times. Cat hair, of course. My kitties, particularly Oliver, has not made an appearance in any of these lives recently. And I don't think he's going to do it today because I don't even know where he is right now at the moment. He's napping somewhere. Oh, I'm so excited you got the whole Carly T bundle. Her collection is so good. If you guys haven't had a chance to see it, you should definitely check out the Berry Sweet collection by Carly T. It's so good. 10 stars. Incredible. If you love candy, which who doesn't, right? Especially like gummies. This is where I'm going to lose you guys. I'm not a big chocolate person, but I love gummies. So when I saw her products, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like made just for me. I can't wait to play with it. I can't wait to put glitter on it to make it look like sugar. Like it was just so exciting to see it. And it's really so cute on top of it, on top of the fun theme. Carly is amazing, right? She's so good. And her ideas are brilliant. And the collection is just so fun. And I was going to grab some of my cards from hers to take home and photograph because I have projects I've made with her. Beautiful collection, but I haven't had a chance to take pictures of them yet and share them, which is killing me. All right, I think this might be the last time I stamp this. And I am using my scrubber block. This is, I told you guys before, I have 3 of them. This is my one that I use as a Chucky. Kind of press all over. All right, I think that's pretty good. Might even be bolder stripes than I did. I maybe stamped it even more than I did my original. Pull that out. Let's put this to the side for now. And we're going to grab that jean jacket die set again, and we're going to cut the base. Now, the original, I cut it, I had the die go kind of, the line of the die goes parallel with the stripes. I think what actually would make more sense is if it was angled. So I'm going to try to angle it. Hopefully I have enough paper. Like this will be a slightly more realistic. And let's see how, can we get it all on here and die cut it once? Yeah, you need to do that. Teresa, yes. I know we changed the time. I think Fridays, this is the time we're kind of leaning towards. It seems to be a fairly good time for most of you, though I'm sorry, Teresa, this is maybe not the best time for you. That's where we're leaning towards right now. What do I want to go? Like this, right? No. Brain work. Kind of want to go like, we want the stripes to be like this. So to be like that, we want it like that. Okay. I figured it out. We mathed it, sort of. We'll put that there. And we're going to cut out some collar pieces. And we'll angle him a little bit too. Now, I'm definitely overthinking this. My original, I think, looked great, and I didn't try to do the stripes in a realistic way, so don't feel like you have to do it this way. For the collar, I'm not going to worry so much about. So we have the collar. There's 3 collar pieces. Do it like that. Maybe like that. Cute. Okay. So we got it all on here. Awesome. I'm happy about that. 3 collar pieces, the placket, and of course the base for the shirt, which is, of course, also could be a jean jacket. All right, I'm going to stand. No, I'm going to grab my die cutting machine think I don't have my table set up as good as I normally do. Things got a little crazy today. We had my in-laws come and pick up my kiddos because they're on spring break and they don't want to be at home with me while I'm working. So they're going to have a fun day with their grandparents, but just kind of threw the morning little off kilter. There we go. All right. Again, I'm going to be careful here as I remove this, just to avoid ripping it. Because that cut on the sleeve almost goes from the bottom all the way to the top. Ooh, this is looking good. Oh, I think the angle is going to step it up a little bit more. Oh, I'm so excited. And I think you guys could I'm going for more masculine cards today, but I am currently obsessed with button-up t-shirts. I guess they're not t-shirts, are they? Button-up shirts. And I have been buying them like crazy from the men's section at Goodwill. And I can't stop. I want to go today and buy so many more. They're so comfortable. I can get them out of 100% cotton. I can wear them nice and loose. So I would be happy if I received a super cute button-up shirt card. But Rosie made an incredible jean jacket with Mrs. on the back with rhinestone with this set. So it had like a fun bridal theme to it. So that was so clever. So I really think that you can have so many different ideas. Yes, the Flair is versatile for guy or girl. Exactly. But I know today I focused on a slightly more masculine card, slightly. Admittedly, I probably could have done even darker colors to really push it. But just because I know that's usually where people struggle a little bit with their card making, is like they struggle figuring out how to use their supply sometimes for more masculine cards. All right, so now that is done. Look at how good it looks. I am blown away. The angle looks so good. I'm super excited about that. All right, so now we're going to move on to the buttons. So the buttons on this card are really simple. I wanted them to match my sentiment, which I did some silver embossing. So we're going to do some silver embossing to create the buttons as well. And that just keeps our metallics looking the same. But you, of course, could just use some specialty metallic paper if you prefer, if that just seems easier. By all means, that's kind of a really fun thing to do with these sets. These are the buttons here, but before we can do that, we need to create our metallic paper, our DIY metallic paper. So I actually opted to do it on black cardstock, the same cardstock I used to stamp the sentiments. And that's because when I die cut this, you'll actually see it break a tiny bit and you'll see black, and that just has a cooler look to it. Randy, it was pure luck. I would love to take credit for it, but it was pure luck. But you know what? We'll roll with it. So here's my scrap of black. I'm going to take my embossing and watermark ink, and I'm going to apply it directly onto the surface. Really ink this up. And I'm going to do a lot because I plan to use this for each one of the 3 cards. I'm going to use a little bit of this DIY silver paper. So now that I've got it thoroughly inked up, I'm going to pour over my silver Hero Arts embossing powder. There we go. And by doing it first, I used to do this wrong. I used to think about these heat embossed elements as something I should do after I've die cut them. So die cut them and then apply the embossing watermark ink. Not only is this way easier, but it will yield better die cut results because I'm not covering up the details that the die creates with heat embossing. So when I do it this way, the die will press into the heat embossing and you'll still see all that beautiful detail. And such a simple thing like changing the order that I do my heat embossing, and it makes such a difference. All right, I'm going to heat set. And there it is, our shiny DIY paper. So good. So I'm going to let this cool just a tiny bit before I die cut it. So fan it. And now let's die cut our buttons. So cute. They cut them all at once. And I think I'm just going to cut this little bit. Oh, and we have suspenders. I take that back. We have suspenders that we need to cut as well. That little suspender clip, I guess. So I'm going to get the other die set for that. This is the suspenders die set. And we actually did, I'm doing using a little bit of this product today, like the bow tie and the suspenders, but there's collars, different collars, and you can create a whole like shirt with suspenders card front with this one die set alone. It's so good. And Charlene created an incredible video on this. I think it's up and ready to go. So you can check that out after this live, her video. She creates 4 cards with this die set and she really goes into deep detail. There's striped die in here or this one right here. There's actually 2 of them. And she creates some incredible projects, really using that striped die to its fullest. So definitely check that out. Both my dad and brother like suspenders. Oh my gosh, that's perfect, Linda. I love that. That's perfect. So I'm grabbing this little die here to cut those clips. All right, arrange that. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut that out. And I think I'm going to do it over here off camera. Hello, welcome. Friends on Instagram. My setup today is a little crazy dukes. I need to rethink this. You know what it is? It's because my tablet is about to die. So I had to plug it in to my computer, and so it's a little bit in the way this time. But we'll make do. We'll make do. Luckily, you guys can't see the aerobics that are going on over here to try to reach all this stuff because it's a little bit chaotic. All right, we are, believe it or not, pretty much ready to put this card together. We have our buttons and suspenders now. Grab my tweezers and pop these out. Hold them up so you guys can see how great they look. I wish I did some the wrong way so you could see the difference, as if you were to die cut and then apply heat embossing. But look how much detail. It looks real. It looks like real metal. Mind blown. And the black, I think that you can kind of get, just steps it up. It looks so realistic. We'll pop out the other one, even though we're going to only use one for today's cards. Hey, you, get out of there. Come on out. Here he comes. Cute. And then we have all our buttons, and they're too fun. Pop all those out. We only need 3 for this card because I'm not going to do the pocket on this card. But don't worry, we'll do a pocket on another card. But that's another fun option too, is you don't always have to do the pocket. You can choose to do it or not. And because there's a pocket, You could do fun things inside the pocket. So I did not take advantage of that today with these cards, but it'd be very, very easy to lift, just apply some foam adhesive to the sides of the pocket, and then you could tuck something fun inside. It's not quite big enough for a gift card, but you can still put some fun things inside. Maybe like a flower. Maybe you can make like your own little handkerchief. I almost did a handkerchief. That was one I was considering. And here's the little buttons. Stinking cute. So cute. I love them. All right, and I think I lost one already. Oh, there it is. All right, let's kind of put some of this together before we lose anything. I'm going to start by adhering our shirt. Actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick is ink blend this. So I'm going to do a tiny bit of ink blending on the edge here. I just like the way it adds a little bit of depth and interest to that corner. Use Bermuda, an awesome teal. Grab some scrap paper here, kind of tap off my excess. Oh yeah, there we go. Just lightly blend that corner and edge. Just a tiny bit. It's a little thing, but really does make a big difference. All right, happy with that? A pocket protector. Linda, you're a genius. That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh, Heather, can you make a, Heather's the design, head of design or head of creative. That would be so fun. I would love a little pocket protector. I would love that. That'd be hilarious. With a pen. Oh, we need that. We need it now. All right, we're going to simply glue this on. This is going to line up perfectly because, again, we use the same die for both. And already we have that flap. Look at that. So cool. Super easy. Now we're going to start gluing on our additional die cut pieces for our shirt. It's best to start with this piece right here for the collar. So start with that. It's pretty easy to see where it goes. There's an indentation here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on camera. I cannot believe how well that did line up. I really just guessed that with just pure luck. That's crazy. Now I'm going to do this one here. There's two collar pieces, one that's slightly smaller. I'm going to take the smaller one and place it right here on the side. Kind of lines up like so, right up against the side there. This side goes with the edge. Let's add some liquid glue. And I love how stacking these die cuts, you are getting a little bit of dimension, but you could always step it up more if you wanted to do some foam adhesive, which we will use for the bow tie. And this goes right along the edge here. Right there's the best way to line that up. And then last, this guy, this straight edge here goes right against the side of the paper. You also have a straight edge here that goes right at the bottom. It's pretty easy to put together. You could always look at the artwork that's referenced on the packaging to help you, but I always just eyeball it. I can kind of just use those straight edges and line it up with either the side of the collar or the side of the card base to get it to line up. So there is our shirt all put together. So fun. Now we're going to add the buttons. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're okay. This is the most time consuming of our 3 cards. Just because of that fun card front that we did. Okay, I'm gluing those down. Boom. Look at that. The boom, it really does like make everything start to pop already. Then for the suspenders, I have this piece here from that suspenders die. There's kind of a base for the suspenders. I've die cut my suspender stripes out of 2 teals, blue spruce and teal topaz. They are a dark and a slightly lighter. We're going to adhere those on. You could do these all in one color, but I love that you can switch it up and do the stripes different colors. You'll see lots of samples for this set with rainbow colors, and I will show you that at the end of the live. But these get glued right down onto the base. And just move it till it lines up. Perfect. Liquid glue is perfect for this. Here we go. Yay, I'm so excited. You're happy to see it completed. We do have the, I mean, you can see it over here. I'm excited to see this one where we did the stripes, maybe a little bit more realistic, at least in the direction that they're going. Stick that down. This is the lighter one. I kind of had the lighter 2 in the center and the darker 2 on the outer sides of the suspenders. You could do alternating. So many fun looks you can do. All right, let's put this together. And this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, at least for this one, because I'm going to end up cutting off a fair amount. And you know what? I think that is pretty good. All right. So I'm going to angle this. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Just putting it on. It's just these little elements, these little details. I just step it up. It's like each little element I add, it's looking more and more realistic. Okay, we're going to put that right there. Do my little adjustments. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to cut off the excess. I like to use my big old Spellbinder scissors for this. They're so good. Perfect. Just run the blade right along the edge of the card base, or in this case, it was the edge of the shirt, but here we're going to do the card base. Oops. And we end up with this suspenders on our shirt. And the last thing we're going to do, at least for a place you could stop with this project, you do not have to do the pins, but you could stop just there with the bow tie. And I think that would be such a great Father's Day card, just like that. Super cute. The bow tie, I'm going to pop it up though with a little bit of foam adhesive. I think I got my squares here. Let's use my squares, save a little time. And then I have the pins already made. So the it's actually Got Flair, Got Flair question mark, like got milk. The Got Flair die set is the set that creates all the pins. I'm reaching behind here to grab it. Here it is. It's so cute. There's rainbow, strawberry, football, a smiley face, a paint palette, a number 1, a baseball, a peace sign, a flower, heart, scissors, I love you, and a basketball. So a good mix of different pins there, some sporty, some arty, some just general basic pins, so I think are so fun. Put my lid on my glue real fast. We are doing a sporty kind of theme. Yes, the Flair reminds me of the Office Space. Yes, exactly. It does. Yes, we have a lot of people at the office who are kind of saying the exact same thing. So you are not wrong there. You're not wrong there. I have not seen Office Space, so I don't know the reference myself. I just been told. We're going to do the baseball, Super cute. And you can see the layers here, how they come together. Most of them have 2 layers. Some have a couple more. Here's the number 1, like foam finger. We're going to use that one. Oh, it's so cute. The red, the green. Oh, I love it. And then for our sentiment, oops, I gotta save that. Can't lose that. I've already stamped and heat embossed this sentiment here. It says, "You're my fave." It's from which is also from the Friends of Flair collection. This is the Totally Awesome Stamp and Cut. So a bunch of incredible sentiments. We did, these ones here are smaller that can really work as like pins themselves, which is so cool. And that's kind of why I did it in silver embossing powder, to make it look kind of like a pin itself. But it is such a fun concept. And we're going to put that on our card front, or on our suspenders rather. Can we use a little, there, hold that down. Okay, let's start gluing everything down and we'll be done. You thought the same thing, Jessica, right? The Flair. I see, it's official. I absolutely have to see it. I've heard it's very, very funny. Okay, we're going to put it right. Oh my gosh. That guy down. I'm going to glue my pins down, but you could pop them up. I chose to glue them and then just pop up my sentiment so it stood out a little bit more. So removing the phone tape on that. You know what? I don't think I want to do it like that. Let's completely change the direction. And then finish with our baseball. And that is our finished first card. Pretty easy, super fun to change that jean jacket die set by using the Seaside Stripes bold print stamp to create this striped pattern on it. And now it doesn't read as a jean jacket, it reads as a t-shirt, or not a t-shirt, Channin, a button-up shirt, which I think is so cool. And then we use the suspenders and the bow tie from the suspenders die set. And of course, finished it with some of the pins from the Got Flair die set. So super fun. Okay, let's create some more. Moving on. So our next card, we're going to do this one here. So now we're really going to go jean jackety. That's a adjective for sure. Put my pin here in my glue, clean my fingers off. What's fun about this is not only do we incorporate the bold prints, but I also show you a fun way to use the stencils that are part of this collection, which we haven't touched yet. So let me grab those stencils. Here they are. So these are the jean jacket stencils. There's 5 stencils in this set. It's a layering stencil set, but what's so incredible about this set is it can be used for the front, to create the front of a jean jacket, or to create the back of a jean jacket. Brilliant, brilliant. All in one stencil set. So you get 5 stencils. You always start with the base. So this is the base here. It actually says it in the lower left corner. And then you have 2 stencils for the front, which we'll actually use later. And then you have 2 stencils for the back. So we're going to use those and the base today for this card right here. And you may notice that the stencils actually are intended to line up with the left side of the card. But if you simply flip them over, and you want to make sure you flip over all the ones you're going to use, keep them all flipped over, you can now have your jean jacket more on the right side of your card. So simple way, very simple, but a fun way to kind of switch it up a little bit. So these are all flipped over right now. We're going to ink blend onto a A2 panel of Seaside cardstock. And I'm looking around because I'm trying to grab my stencil mat. All right. Grab my stencil mat here. I think my big one I put away, so I'll have to make do with my small one today. You know what? I could use my Misty. We'll just do it this way. Just do it this way. It's fine. All right, we're going to start with stencil 1. Well, actually, this is the base. Again, it says in the lower right corner, or lower left corner rather, but because I'm going to flip this over, it'll be on the back side. All right, I can't handle it. I have to use my bigger one. I just have to. We're going to use the one inside my Misty. There we go. Now we don't have to mess around with it. And I even have magnets. I didn't think about that. Hey, that's cool. I have magnets too to hold it in place. I just discovered a personal hack that I'm going to be using all the time. I do want this to be seamless. So again, I'm going to have my end of my cardstock stop just before the edge of the stencil. So when I ink blend this, I have no edges. Okay. And we're going to ink blend this base lightly with corn flour. Beautiful blue ink. I think this is the one. This is my corn flour one. And we will use this stencil again for when we stamp. So it's going to operate as a mask as well as a stencil. And you know what? What's great about creating a jean jacket? You do not have to have the best blend ever. Hello, Allie's. Just seeing your comment now on Instagram. Welcome, friend. I think that is where I'm going to stop for my first, or with my first stencil. Now the Hero Art stencils all have these registration marks, but I'm not taking advantage of that today. But they are helpful if you find it tricky to line up your stencils. This stencil is very easy to line up, so don't think you would need it, but it's nice that they're always there. Okay, we're gonna grab the next stencil. I'm gonna flip these back over so they're the right way just for a second. We have stencil, this says back 1, so that would be the first one we're gonna do, and then we have back 2. So we're now going to go away from the base and onto our 2 back stencils, starting with back 1. Again, because I flipped, I need to flip this one over. I'm just going to line this up. There we go. That looks good. Kind of press it in place. Even use my magnets, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to ink this a little bit more heavy-handed with the corn flour again. How are we doing on time? Okay, I need to book it into high gear. 3 cards is no joke. Luckily, I think we can do the other 2 fairly quickly. Though we will probably be a little bit over an hour. Try to keep these to an hour, but sometimes they just take a little bit longer. All right. So that was a heavy blend of corn flour, so we should have plenty of contrast between the 2 layers. And this is the best part of its stencils, right? The reveal. And we haven't even done both layers yet. Already looking pretty genie. I think I'm gonna pop this one back on and just do a tiny bit more, smidge darker with the corn flour. Oh, you can hear my poor rickety table. Okay, that's better. Just a tiny bit darker. There we go. Happy with that. Now we'll go out to our last stencil. This is the back 2. Again, flip it over and line it up. That looks good. We're going to go a different color now. This is the indigo, a darker blue. And this is going to be that last layer that just kind of steps up that realism a little bit more. And this couldn't be easier. I actually used 3 stencils, only 2 colors. So that's pretty cool. And a simple blend. I'm not doing gradations. I'm not grabbing my tiny blending tools, just doing a flat color over the whole thing. And because these stencils are just so well designed, you're going to get lots of depth and interest and realism just from those 3 layers. Look at how cool. Awesome. Very, very happy with that. He looks great. All right, now the fun part. Okay, so we're going to pick this up and we are going to stamp that incredible zigzag cling over it. I'm grabbing it right now. This is the zigzag cling. It's got this awesome thin zigzaggy stripe lines. This creates this incredible texture on this jean jacket, which I think really does look like real jean. All right, let's grab our Misty. They are incredible stencils. They are so good. And the fact that you can do the front or the back of a jacket, I think is awesome. Put this away. Oh my gosh, I'm creating such a mess. Okay, well, we're gonna be okay with that. All right, I'm gonna line this up, stick it down, pick it up. And I've got enough tape, kind of residual tape left on my Misty here. So I'm pretty sure this is going to stay placed, but the thing that will cinch it is I'll use my stencil itself to kind of hold it in place. So here's that base stencil, again, flipped. We're going to line it back up and it's going to work or serve, grab some tape here, as a mask so when we stamp this zigzag pattern, it's only going to stamp on the jean jacket, not all over the entire panel. So that's awesome. I think I need a little bit of tape here and then we'll be ready to go. There we go. It would be so fun in a color combo. I agree. You could make different jean. I went kind of traditional, but I've been gnawing at the bit to figure out how to do an acid wash look because that would just be, I think, the best, the absolute best. All right, we're going to actually ink this up in cornflower. So the same blue we used earlier. Camo would be so fun. Linda, that's genius. Thank you, Randy. And it's essentially a single layer card until I start adding stuff to it. All right, pick this up and we're gonna press all over. I don't know where here it is. We got something under here. What do we got under here? Magnet. Get out of here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna ink it one more time. I'm gonna press a little bit more. So the only problem and the downside using this stencil is that added thickness. So you have to press a little bit harder right along the edge to get it to show up, the print. And I'm debating. I think I'll ink it and stamp it one more time. Oh, camouflage in pink or purple. Brilliant. And we're using bold prints today to add pattern to the dies and I guess the jacket and the shirts. But you could, I'm standing up to do this. You can use pattern paper. This would be a great use of your pattern paper. So dig in your stash, pull it out. Let's go. I think that might be as close as I can get to it. There we go. Oh my gosh. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Guys, look at that texture. Tell me that doesn't look like jean. It looks like real jean. My mind is, I'm obsessed. This zigzag clay is so good. So good. I'm obsessed with it. I mean, stop it. So good. Okay. We are on home stretch on this card, believe it or not. That was the hard part. We're done. Home stretch. So what we're going to do now is do a little bit of ink blending on the side again. I love that look. I have a little residual left in here of the Bermuda from before, so I'm just ink blend the side. I think I can get away with that, with what's left in. And that adds so much more depth. I mean, how cool, right? Okay, now I'm going to adhere it to my card base. I am going to grab my tape runner for this. How are we doing on time? Okay, so we'll be like 15 maybe minutes over. That's not too bad. I think we can do that. Stick that down. Okay, it's on our card base now. Now the fun part, we get to finish it up with our pins. So I have some pins here we're going to use. This super cute smiley face. Again, these were created with the Flair, the palette. I mean, guys, so good. Oh, I'm so glad you're loving this, Kelly. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad they were the first one. They were the first ones too that I bought, Michelle. That warms my heart to hear it. They're my first two. I bought them at, may she rest in peace, Joann's. And you know what? We have to create I want a rainbow to go here as well and some scissors. So we're going to create that really quick. Have to grab this. We need our silver to do that. I have to grab the Flair set, which I don't know where it went. Here it is. Yay, I'm so glad you like the jean effect, right? It's so cool, and that added texture, I cannot get over it. I cannot get over it. It looks so good. Okay, we're going to grab the base for the rainbow, cut that out of silver, and this die here, which cuts the scissors. And we'll put that together. I think I might, to save time today, just glue these pins down. Oh, can I do some foam tape? Maybe we will. We got to get all 3 cards done. Oh, I'm so glad you're learning. That's awesome. That makes me feel good. Pop this in here. The die cutting situation, guys. Not the best today. We're making do. As I throw my plates around. Sorry, that was probably loud. I'm sorry if I hurt your ears. I think that might have been the last of our die cutting, so that's good. I'm trying to think. I think it is. All right, we end up with these 2 teeny little pieces that create our scissors. I'm gonna put that here for now, so don't lose it. Oh, was it really? Here in Ohio? That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't know what, seriously, I was just talking to a friend, a coworker, and we were both saying, what do we do without Joann's, right? For fabrics, really, for fabrics, because that's what I mainly went there for. And it's tricky. It's tricky to buy fabrics. Are such a thing, you know, you need to touch and feel. So I'm missing them for my fabrics. All right, we're going to glue our little scissors together. Just kind of, I always mix up how they go. They go, in my brain, they go not the way that they're supposed to go. The like curvy out part goes out. So I'll adhere those together. and not give it time to kind of set up while I put the rainbow together. Where's my glue though? Where did my glue go? There it is. A little dab of glue. He's exploding today. I don't know what his deal is, but he can't contain himself literally. Okay, so those are cute little scissors. I'm gonna leave my little tools together. I know, right? Kelly, it was tricky. What die cutting machine did you use? I used the Spellbinders Platinum 6. Now we're gonna run this through. And so the nice thing about doing I did all the stripes for the rainbow, or the arches for the rainbow rather, out of colored cardstock. The base of the rainbow, I used the silver, and I think that makes it look even more like a pin. Just adhere these arches on. Ooh. I know the scissors. Aren't they the cutest? They're the cutest. I feel like I could make them and use them for my dollhouse. Just like how I made them here, I could put them right into my dollhouse. They're the perfect scale, and they look so realistic. All right, chugging along, gluing our little arches down. We got one more to go. Okay, so, and the sentiment I used again, that I'm forgetting the name of it every single time. I think I dropped it on the floor too. I think it's Totally Awesome stamp set, and I stamped That's Radical. That's going to go on the back of our shirt, or jean jacket rather. Stick that down, and then we'll just start placing our pins all around it. And I am going to pop them up. I can't resist. I can't resist dimension. The only part is where I will regret this decision is the scissors. That we will try our hardest. I could, if I wanted to throw in the towel, I could just glue the scissors down. But where did my foam adhesive go? Here we go. Dana, hello, friend. I'm so glad you're here. No worries. We are wrapping up one card, and then we're going to do another one. But I think the last one will go pretty quickly. Let's go. So cute. Dana was one of our instructors for the stamp along, which was no, it wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before last. I've lost all sense of time because of spring break. If you haven't checked out our stamp alongs or heard about them, they're super fun virtual events that we do, and they focus on technique, which I think makes them a little bit different. And because they're technique focused, we do really encourage you to dig from your stash, which is a fun element to these stamp alongs. Usually there's a kit that comes with and we do have a kit. We have a bundle that you can purchase, but you can also just purchase the classes and then take the techniques you learn from them and apply them with products you already have in your stash. Yes, what a time was had. The kit was so good. Yeah, I loved the kit. It was specially designed for the stamp along. It was designed with products that work well for techniques. So I was really so excited about the kit. I lost my little foam adhesive. Oh, if you guys could hear my stomach growling. Oh my gosh, it literally performed on camera. I'm not even sure if you heard that. You used to be able to hear my kitty snoring in my background, my Elido. So maybe you did hear it. I got to put the foam. Okay, I got the foam tape down. I did it. I even did it for the little scissors. And that's the finished card. Again, I'm obsessed with that zigzag bold prints for the texture. So good. Love it. Kitty snores are the best, right? Thank you, Kelly. It's cute. My dog is snoring next to you. Oh, I love it. All right, last card. Last card. Now this one, we're going to use the stencils and we're going to use it with a die cut. So you can use the jean jacket dies with the G jacket stencils. I know I didn't do really any of that today until this card, but that is a fun thing you can do with it as well. We're kind of going to do that with the base layer here. And I do have some samples to show you that that combined that a little more. And for this one, I wanted to kind of take the, using the bold prints or the cling stamps, a slightly different spin on that with these products, with this collection. I wanted it to use it for more accessories instead of just doing it for pattern on the shirt or jacket. And this is what I came up with. So we're going to do it for the bow tie, which it works beautifully for, and you can even do it on the pocket, which I think is fun too. So first thing we're going to do with this one is we're going to create that pattern. I'm trying to find my Misty, and it is missing. Here it is. Okay, remove this guy. And we are using, I looked it up and I forgot. I think this is something wave. I forgot what this one is called. It's almost like a rainbow wave. It's super cool. Pick that up. And then I'm going to stamp this on some white cardstock, which I have here. Place that down. And we are going to do a ombre inking technique. So that's another fun thing. We're kind of combining concepts, combining cling for pattern on our with die cuts. And then we're combining the stamping technique of partial inking or multi-inking to create a rainbow ombre look. But this doesn't have to be a rainbow. I'm choosing rainbow today, but it could easily be just a gradation, maybe a fade into green and blue. I love, again, our reactive inks. They are a creamy ink. They're hybrid. They're a blend between dye and pigment, and they work really well for this technique. Thank you for being here, Jessica. You enjoy the rest of your evening. All right, we're going to start with the lightest color, and I'm going to ink it up at an angle. Have it at an angle so not only my inking at an angle, but I'm holding my ink pad at an angle. So only a small portion of the ink pad, really just this edge here, is coming in contact with the stamp. Because I don't want to get this whole thing covered with the yellow. I just want basically a stripe of yellow. Now we're going to wave. Thank you, Dana. Wave pattern bold prints. It's a good one. Now we're going to do the green, which is Key Lime Fizz, going right next to the yellow. And we'll probably have to do this a couple times. Fruit Punch. This one is my favorite. And then Blue Raspberry. These were kind of colors that we had for the rainbow. So similar. Try to make all the cards a little matchy-matchy. But again, that's only because of what I'm doing here in this live. I'm thinking about that thumbnail and how it looks, all the cards look together. But you can do a different ombre if you don't want it to be rainbow. All right, so we kind of got our rainbow going here. I'm going to do it again. So again, start with the yellow. And then our Fruit Punch. Yellow always the first because it's the light and it can get eaten up pretty fast. I don't want to, I don't want to have to go back to it. What I should say is I don't want to use the yellow after I've already inked up with these darker colors because then I'll contaminate my ink pad a little bit. So by starting with the lightest, I'm less likely to do that, even though I'm not super stressed about contaminating my ink pad because a little, you know, re-inking can kind of bring it bring it back to its true color. All right, let's stamp that. What is the name of the device you're using? This is a Misty. It is a fantastic stamp positioning tool. It has a hinge here. It's kind of, they can be a little pricey. I think they're like at $60. You can get a smaller size, but for a cling, you would need this larger size, or this original size is what it's called. And it's kind of essential. I love it. It's so handy. It's a game changer for stamping. I don't think I would be stamping to this day if it wasn't for the Misty. And I truly mean that. I think this is the last time I'm going to ink it up. It just allows you, because of that hinge, allows you to repeat stamp. So that opens up so many techniques. That also makes it kind of error-proof when you stamp. You can also get precise positioning of your stamps with a Misty. It's a game changer. Yes, thank you for typing it in, Michelle. Misty is, yeah, that's how you spell it's spelled M-I, you know what? I'll put your comment up here. Yeah, worth the money. I'll put that there so you can see it on Facebook too. This is, that's how you spell it, M-I-S-T-I. It's the best. There are other stamp positioning tools out there too. I think Misty was, I'm pretty certain Misty was the first, especially with the hinge. That I'm pretty certain of. And I apologize, this is not on camera. Sorry, guys, on Instagram. I forget about the verticals sometimes. But it's really great. Great for sentiments, yes. And that's always the scary part, right? Right, card makers? You get that perfect card all made, and then you go to stamp the sentiment and your hands shaking because it's like, if I mess it up, I have to do it all over again. Oh, whoa, I love it. It turned out so good. Let me hold up to the camera so you can see. I went a little overboard with this one, but oh, I love it. So fun. Totally ombre, rainbow. Oh, yummy. Reminds me of fruit stripes. Fruit stripes, yum. I could go for some of that right now. Yes, the stamp wheel from Altenew is also very good too. And I think it may be a little bit lower price point. I'm not sure, but it's another awesome tool for accomplishing kind of the same things. Getting good placement with your stamps, precise placement with your stamps, as well as repeat stamping. Okay, I need my dies. We're going to die cut out. We need a bow tie and a pocket. Okay. I'm going to do it like, oh, I'm not going to get it all there. I'm not going to get all the colors. I made it a little too big. Oh, well. And then there's the top part to the pocket. What am I going to focus on? I have no idea. I went a little too big with my patterns. Oh, well. We might not get the full rainbow. Dang it. Darn it. Oh, well. We'll get some of it. We'll get some of the colors. Here we go. Let's die cut this out. Grab our die cutting machine because that's how we're doing it today. Thanks, Dina. It is the best invention ever. You're right, Allie. It seriously is. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my neck popping. Did not mean to do that. Okay, let's pop this out. How are we doing on time? Okay, a little bit over. Put that away. Going, will we get clearly we're gonna be over 15 minutes. Ay. I underestimated how long 3 cards take. Oh, look at that cute little rainbow pocket. He's adorable. There's our bow tie. And our top for our pocket. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Let's put these away. Kind of hold up so you can see. And now we're really quickly going to ink blend the shirt for this to go on top of. So I'm going to grab my Misty that has a sticky mat in it, just because that sticky mat's going to hold my stencils in place. Grab the top or the front stencils for that jean jacket. Oh, I know where it is. And I need to start, actually, I don't need the base at all. So because we die cut this out, we don't need the base, but we're going to start with front one, which is this one here, front one. Line it up. And we're going to ink blend this in Bermuda, which is a teal we've used earlier. A little bit lighter blend for this first stencil layer. And it goes really fast. So here you can see on this card how well the layering stencils and the die cut or the dies work together. All right, I think that's good for the first layer. Line up stencil number 2 for the front. And we go really heavy-handed, at least try. I might have gone too heavy-handed at the get-go, but we're gonna still try. I know, isn't that great, Linda, that you can use the stencil set comes with stencils for the front or the back? I mean, essentially, you could create a shaped card and ink blend the front of the card with your front, and then ink blend the back of the shirt card with the 2 back stencils. So when the person turns over the back of the card, they see the shirt pattern again or the shirt ink blending again, which I think is just so cool. Okay, let's set up. Oh yeah, that looks great. And that is just that one die cut. We didn't even incorporate all the pockets, so the collar layers, which you could do, but I just used the stencils with the die cut. I mean, so good together. All right, let's put this card together. Believe it or not, we're pretty much done with this card. I do have to die cut real quick some more buttons. So I'm going to grab my silver scrap again, die cut some more buttons. Yeah, so quick and easy. Ooh, scary. Scary. I think my light's going to fall. Let's pop out those buttons. I have not lost my pocket, so that's good, or my bow tie. And I have my sentiment and my 1 pin ready to go for this card. This one we need all 4 buttons. Cute. What if you even added buttons here on the collar? That could be a cute detail too. I just thought of that because my collar has buttons on it. That'd be fun. I mean, the buttons are so cute. I love that the die cuts all 4 out too at once. So that'll go right there on the shirt. This button will go on our rainbow pocket we created. So there's our pocket. Where did my top part of my pocket go? There it is. Okay. All right. I'm going to start to put this all together now. Home stretch. Put my buttons all over here so I don't lose it. Quickly add my cardstock to a card base. I have some ancient sand embossing powder that would make, oh my gosh, Linda, I didn't even think about that. That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea. And there's so many fun specialty cardstocks on top of that you could use die cut the buttons from as well. But yeah, that would be fun. But the doing it out of the embossing powder is cool too because it becomes shiny. My brain broke. I need this. Okay, I'll stick this down, my tape runner. Okay, I am going to ink blend the corner of this again because I can't help myself. I just love the way it looks. Do a little bit of that corn flour or whatever's on this blending brush. I don't even know anymore. Corn flour or indigo, either one I'm fine with. This is a panel of Malibu cardstock. We're going to pop this up, grab my foam adhesive. Do my thicker stuff. Some strips back there. Nice. That kind of covered the whole thing. Cool. I love that. That's probably all I need. Okay, remove the backing. There we go. Look at that dimension. So good. Yeah, die cutting machines last a long time, which is great because they are also an investment. I'm going to put this together real quick and then I'll pop up my pocket. Some foam adhesive, but I've lost my glue. There it is. Okay. Let's put this. And here's what I'm talking about the pocket. You could just pop up the sides, just do foam adhesive on the sides, the bottom and the sides with strips, and then pop it up. And then you could tuck things inside the pocket. I think that's such a fun thing you can do with it too. I'm putting the flap of the pocket on top of it instead, but I would love to make one card with that, taking advantage of the pocket and tucking stuff inside. Okay, remove the backing. Stick this down. I'm going to line it up right with I didn't do it the first time I did it. I kind of did it offset a little on purpose a little, but this time I'm going to go ahead and line it right up with the ink blending. Put that button down. Too cute. Stay. Don't be rude. Okay. Then our bow tie. Pop him up as well. Thank you for sharing the Friends with Flair. This is all the Friends and Flair with Flair collection. I'm going to turn it over around that way. And so, and again, this is the suspenders die for the bow tie and the suspenders products. You really saw it on the first card. The suspenders as well as the bow tie work so well with the jean jacket dies and stencils. So I love how everything works together. Remember those clips on the button covers? Oh my gosh, Randy, that's a great idea. You could use the pins as button covers. Oh my, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Randy. You are a genius. I love that idea. So clever. A lot of creators I follow on Instagram that aren't card makers, but other, because I'm sure just like you guys, you like all the other creative hobbies too. I've seen a lot create their own button covers, and I've always wanted to do that. So if I don't ever do it in real life, I can do it on cards. And then we'll finish with a pin. I made a heart pin earlier. It's kind of got a nice little shadow to it. He's going to go there, but it could be any pin. You could even do I did these two I love yous. I'm not going to put those on today, but I wanted to kind of show you because I had made them and I didn't end up using them. This one has the silver. Gosh, I can't hold anything. I apologize for that. This one has the silver heat embossing behind it. Oh, good. I'm glad you're back, Rosie. We missed you. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm finishing up with the sentiment. Okay, we went a little over, not too bad. And I'm going to quickly show you some of the other projects I have that myself and Kelly have made with this Friends with Flair collection. Because there's just so much you can do. But look at that. You're totally awesome. Pop that up here. I'm thinking this could actually be a Father's Day card. Another thing I want to do, I mentioned at the beginning, I haven't done it yet, but I'll show you a bad example. But so don't judge me too harshly. But the little heart pin there, I just think it's so cute. I want to make a Hawaiian shirt. We have an orchid bold prints, and I quickly stamped it onto this. And I think this would be so cool with like some minimal Copic coloring, like a little, like nothing crazy. You don't have to color the whole thing, but just like a little shadow here and there on the leaves and the flowers. And you could have a Hawaiian shirt. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, everybody needs to check out Rosie's bridal jean jacket post for sure. She shared it on Instagram. Brilliant. Just another way to completely change up the look of these products. I mean, completely. She went feminine and bridal with, I think that was really good. All right, that's our finished card with that zigzag bold prints used for the pattern for the bow tie and the pocket. So another fun way to incorporate bold prints with this incredible collection, the Friends with Flair collection. Let me show you some other cards created with the Friends with Flair collection, and then I'll wrap it up. I know, a Hawaiian shirt, right, Linda? It'd be so fun. I have to do it. First up is this card I did sneak share kind of earlier. Again, with the ink blending on the back with the stencils. So good. Then we have this one. This is the suspenders die set. This one really focuses on that. The collar and the rainbow suspenders were all created with the suspenders die set. Again, part of the Friends with Flair. We have a video up that Charlene created that really focuses on this set. So check that out. I urge you to check that video out after this live. It is a edited video, so it's shorter than this live. And she makes incredible cards. There's one card where she uses the stripes, the suspender stripes, to create stripes on the shirt. Absolutely genius. I'm 1000% stealing that idea. So good. When do you go live? I go live on usually once a month for Stamp and Craft, which focuses on the My Monthly Hero, and that's the second Friday of the month. Today's kind of a special fun live for the Friends with Flair collection, just for fun. Here's a shaped card like I was telling you can do with the jean jacket dies. You can actually make a shaped card. Very similar to how I showed you at the very beginning with the first card. And I used the stripes from the suspenders die set to add this rainbow on the pocket. So another fun way to add some interest or variety to the pocket. And also a little bit of ink blending on the die cuts steps this up. Lots of dimension. Here's another fun one with gold embossing this time. And then we have a few with the suspenders. Real creative ways to use that suspenders die set. This one was the inspiration for today's live. This is Kelly's card where she again combined the bow tie and suspenders from the suspenders die set with the jean jacket dies. And I love that. And I also love how she used colored cardstock to really separate her collar and her placket. So cool. Yeah, the other one is so retro. Yeah, like this card right here. Obsessed with that. This is the suspenders stripes again. Brilliant. Here's a fun, different variety color combo, I guess. Kind of almost like a acid or a white jean, I guess. I think that is really cool. And then I think you may have seen it a couple times, but you can, well, you did see on one card. You can definitely put pins on the suspenders as well, which is so cool. And I'm trying to think, do we have any other ones to show you? We'll do this last one here because I think it's so fun how she used the suspenders stripe in the background to create this almost like plank background or something, panel background. Super cool. And I love seeing that's not football. That's a basketball. I should know that. I played basketball, but really fun. All right, guys, that kind of wraps it up. I'm going to do a forward facing again. Woohoo. I was going to try to grab my finished cards. We got one, a Tahoo. I don't know where two is. Two, and I lost my favorite one. I have to find that one. I can't finish without it. Here it is. My favorite one. Yee. Three cards today. Thank you. I went a little bit over. Last thing I want to do is remind you guys about the Cling sale. We have a flash sale going on right now for the entire weekend. Let me put the graphic up again. On our Cling or bold print stamps. Those are bold prints is another word we use for our Cling stamps. They are 20% off with the code 20 off Cling. Definitely check it out. It's so great. I love Clings. They're probably my favorite product by Hero Arts. They're just awesome, awesome. So much you can do with them. Great for techniques, great for background, great for just adding pattern to your die cuts, which is what we did today with that incredible Friends with Flair collection, which is available now as well. And if you felt a little inspired by this collection, definitely check out some of the other samples shared on the website, the heroarts.com website, as well as over on Instagram. Like, check out Rosie's card with her Mrs. Rhinestone on the back of the jean jacket. Brilliant. So much you can do with it. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of fun after you've kind of seen this deep dive in the collection, the different ways. And also don't forget to check out Charlene's video with that focus on the suspenders die. All right, guys, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this live, and I won't see you till next month, the second Friday of next month. I do not know what date that is, but that'll be the next live, same time, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in a month, well, less than a month. I'll see you in a couple weeks.